Hello guys. In today's video, I will be ranking all the ground vehicles in a tier list from worst to best. Without further talking, let's dive straight into the video. The first vehicle on this tier list is going to be ATV. The ATV is a very fast vehicle. Its only purpose is to get you from one point to another very fast, beside that it doesn't have any purpose. That's why it lands in the It's Pretty Bad tier. Next is the Gurkha MPV. This vehicle is just a worse Humvee because with Humvee you can control the turret and actually shoot it, but with Gurkha you need to get out of the vehicle, sit in the turret, and then shoot, which will get you killed most of the time. That's why it lands in Don't Use tier. Next is the Boxer CRV. For me, it's a solid vehicle dealing some acceptable damage, but it's kind of just a worse Lazar APC, but it's fine for me. That's why it lands in solid vehicle tier. Next is the BTR-80. It's rarely used because it's just a very basic vehicle with gun and machine gun, but I think it can be useful in some situations because it can be airdropped and is amphibious, which you can use it to run away from someone or flank them. BTR-80 lands in the solid vehicle tier list. Next is the Lazar APC. As I was talking earlier in the video, Lazar 3 APC is just a better Boxer CRV because it has 4 rockets which can be used to deal some serious damage or overall splash damage. That's why it lands in the better than most tier. Next on this tier list is the LAV-AD. Levad is just the peak of the ground vehicles tier list because it has machine gun which shreds rockets and anti-air missiles, which can be used to defend yourself from helicopters or planes. On top of that, it can be airdropped and is amphibious. That's why it lands in the best of the best tier. Next is the Katyusha. Katyusha is just an artillery which can send 16 rockets for very long distances. It's nothing special, to be honest. Katyusha lands in the solid vehicle tier. Next on this list is M35 Gun Truck. M35. Gun Truck is just a World War II anti-air vehicle which has 4 anti-air machine guns, which can be good against planes or helicopters, but when facing a ground vehicle or a tank, there is just nothing to defend yourself with. It's just instant death. It lands in the Don't Use tier. Next is VCAC Mephisto. VCAC Mephisto is so bad. When you compare it to any other ground vehicle, it's very weak, having 4 wire-guided missiles, which may sound good on paper, but they doesn't really deal any special damage and it can't even one-shot any plane or heli. That's why it lands in the Don't Use tier. Next on this list is the Speedy Humvee. Speedy Humvee is the same exact thing as ATV. Its only purpose is to move very fast, but I don't think being fast, just fast, is worth 49 Robux, but it is what it is. Speedy Humvee goes to the It's Pretty Bad tier. Next on this list is the Panzer S1. Panzer is just an anti-air vehicle with anti-air machine gun and 12 airlock on missiles, which makes Panzer S1 the strongest anti-air vehicle in the game. Panzer lands in the best of the best tier. Next is the M142 HIMARS. HIMARS is just worse Katyusha, having less rockets dealing less damage and still requires parts to spawn, which Katyusha doesn't. HIMARS goes to the Don't Use tier. Next is the MRZR Buggy. The Buggy is just a transport vehicle with oil barrel / crate holder. Its only purpose is to transport oil barrels, which is not the best option in. Buggy lands in the It's Pretty Bad tier. The next on this list is the JLTV. The JLTV is just an armored car with javelin lock-on missile, which basically gives you wall hacks for other ground vehicles, and beside that, JLTV is just a car with good gun that's cost 199 Robux. In my opinion, it's not worth it. JLTV lands in the better than most tier. Next on this list is the BTR-80 Cliver. BTR-80. Cliver is just a better version of the BTR-80 because it comes with 4 anti-tank missiles, which can do some massive damage to enemy ground vehicles or tanks, and it's very good vehicle overall. BTR-80 Cliver lands in the better than most tier. Next is the LAV-25. The LAV-25 is just a little worse version of the Levad, because it doesn't have all the rockets, missiles, and stuff, but still can be airdropped and is amphibious for ultimate travel. LAV-25 goes into the solid vehicle tier. Next on this list is the Type 625E. Type 625E is just another type of anti-air vehicle having anti-air machine gun and 8 air lock-on missiles. It's just worse Panzer S1, because it has 4 less missiles than Panzer S1. Type 625E belongs in the solid vehicle tier. Next vehicle on this tier list is the Striker MGS. Striker MGS is one of the fastest ground vehicles that has fully automatic machine gun and 120mm cannon. And this armament makes it that Striker MGS can kill some of the newer, more modern tanks. Striker MGS lands in the better than most tier. Next on this list is the Striker M-Shorad. Striker M-Shorad has an autocannon, machine gun, 4 anti-air missiles, and 2 anti-tank missiles. This armament lets it control both the ground and the air very effectively. Striker M-Shorad goes to the better than most tier. Next is the Striker CUAS. This vehicle is the only vehicle in the game which has the laser defensive system while still having grenade launcher and 8 airlock on missiles, which makes it good choice for anti-air defense. Striker CUAS goes to the better than most tier. Last few vehicles are left, which one of them is Patriot Anti-Air Turret. Patriot AA is just an anti-air vehicle with 16 airlock on missiles, which is very good, but I still prefer Panzer S1 because of its anti-air machine gun. Patriot AA goes to the better than most tier. The last vehicle on this list is of course the M1117 Guardian. Guardian is very strong for both anti-infantry and both anti-weakly armored vehicles. It has a machine gun and a grenade launcher for some splash damage. Guardian can also be airdropped and is amphibious, which makes it very strong. Guardian goes to the better than most tier. Here is the whole tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing to get notifications about future tier lists. Also make sure to join our community Discord server. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching.